Got inside, got ready. We need to check this before we do chores. 156 at the top. Eric's gonna stir it. Eric's a longtime friend, just got in the homestead game. I said, have you ever done a pig butchering? He said, whatever I do with you is new.
That's right.
That didn't make it much different, 156. That's not bad, that's a slower scald. I feel like Ben and I had better luck the last time when we got it to about 180 and we did a fast scald. So let's put some more sticks on it. We've got about 1 hour till I pull that trigger. Eric is my arms and legs. He's gonna get us a load of wood. The cow doesn't care that we're butchering today. Still needs to be milked, so we've got to do that. Ben Holler, Jason Contreras, both coming to help. Gonna be here by 8:30. Eric, it's always easier to cool it off than to heat it up fast.
Yeah.
To cool it off, we just run a hose, pour cold water in there,
right.
Or you know, we pull some of the hot water out.
Right.
But to heat it up fast, that ain't happening. So we want to make sure we err on the side of too hot, so we don't have a bunch of people sitting around waiting. All right, so this next part we are not allowed to show on YouTube, but we are going to show it in full on Abundance Plus. It'll be called something like Uncensored Pig Harvest, something like that, if you want to see the full thing. But basically, we're going to shoot her. She's going to drop. We'll slit her throat. The blood will be nice and in the compost. That'll be good. And then we'll take her up to evisceration. I might be able to show you some of that, but if you want to see the full thing, check it out on Abundance Plus. We have a feed pan and we have whey. So you want your pig's head to sit still, and they won't do it eating. They do like this when they eat. But when they drink, they hold their head very still. You want to hit her like straight in. Like if you went with the bullet and you hit her in between the in that X spot, but you're at a super angle, you've shaved her. So you want to go straight in. We just harvested her. It went really well. Dropped first shot. A lot of people wonder, there's Beefcake. I mean, really, do you want to shoot her right next to Beefcake? Absolutely. These are herd animals, and they're going to fear being separated from the herd more than death. So it's important to do it right there. They're indifferent. He's indifferent.
Right.
But she would have been stressed out if we would have moved her. He would have been stressed out. We're trying to minimize stress. Now we want to check our water. We're going to assume we have too much water in there because it's just going to come. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
This is probably the most dangerous. Accidentally tipping this with the tractor or something, and that would be 165 degree water.
Wow.
That'd be
a very heavy tub. It'd be awful. So we're going to cool it off with the hose. We wanted to get it down to about 165, 175.
Somewhere in there.
We got a metal bucket. We got rubber gloves somewhere, Eric, right there. What's it at? It was too hot.
160,
There you go.
169.
That's better. We
That's
were at
better.
like 190. So we cooled it off by putting cold water running in and bucketing hot water out. Ben, did we get a good straight?
Good scald?
Scald, sorry.
So far, so good.
How do you know?
It's coming off pretty easy.
You were testing? We were dipping it down and out?
First I do is I'll check the
How
tail.
could you tell?
If the tail comes off easy, then the rest is pretty close.
Yeah.
And so we pulled it up and checked it, and it was coming out all right.
Yeah.
The only thing you don't want to do is over scald.
Yeah, because that cooks the skin and then you're scraping skin off.
Yep.
Which we didn't over scald, looks like.
Looks like we're doing good.
We're just scraping off the hair. You can skin it, but it's ugly. There's so much fat under here, it doesn't skin like a beef or a sheep. One thing we do is we turned it over. We got some hot water. We're using hot waterproof gloves. And we've noticed we've just forsook the. We probably could have kept it in there a little bit longer, but we've noticed that the knives
Better than a
are doing a really nice job of it. So a really sharp knife will do it too.
All right, we are at 318.
Okay, we're gonna dig around this vent. So careful. We're gonna try not to pierce the intestines. That's just the name of the game. He's gonna hold it in one hand, and we're gonna end up wrapping a zip tie around it. He's just cutting around, just taking his time. This is the trickiest part of the whole deal, so once you get this done, it's smooth sailing. And you just have to take your time, so not to pierce the intestine.
It's kind of a big chunk, and you want to get that tied off. And so once you get everything free, you get that as tight as you can get it. And then it won't
Manure
leak.
doesn't come out. You're gonna mark a line all the way. If that was a male, you'd be going around what they call the pizzle.
The pizzle, yep. If it's
Now
a male,
you're
you just
unzipping it.
Yep, basically. So you just work your way in.
Look, he's being careful not poking. Because the intestines are right there.
You'll see. You can start seeing through stuff. When you start seeing through, that's where you got to start watching.
Nice. Now we're basically going to score it right down the middle. Mark the line for the saw. It's easier to mark it with the knife, and then you have then you're not guessing all the way with your saw.
Yeah, way easier.
This is the romantic way.
There's the H-bone.
Nice and quiet with the saw. He's got one guy on the other end spotting him.
They go a little to the right. There you go.
How's it feel, Jason?
Right.
I think it's fairly easy.
Feel like you're dancing?
Yeah, it does. Am I
You
going
need to go a
to?
little this way.
Okay. You'll know when you hit the breastbone.
So what's the hanging weight, Eric?
Well,
It's hard to read it upside down.
245.
245.
Almost 246. They put one half in either side. We probably could have put 2 in one, but it's gonna make it a little manageable when it's just me tomorrow. Load not. For the next day. Yeah, let's put the lids on.
You're going tomorrow?
You know, actually, let's leave the lids off so they'll cool off faster.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll put the lids on when I go. So we got our tongue, our forehead, and our 2 jaws. Meanwhile, Rebecca and the ladies are canning ketchup
That's right.
and broth. You done the broth yet?
Yeah, well, their weight got left at home, so we're buying a canner now.
Okay.
Mom is going to pick it
Fine.
up, but it's fine.
Cool.
We're totally down with it.
Hey, anything that moves us forward in the food growing journey
Yep, exactly.
is on the list. You don't even have to
Yes,
ask.
I know. Well, actually, canner
Here.
was on our to buy list.
See, or I'm just speeding you up.
That's
So
right.
what's she doing? You putting more salt on there, Mag?
I put more salt, I put garlic, and then I'm gonna rub it in, and then we'll pop
Look
it in
at
the
you.
oven. You guys
You really
season it.
suck it to it
Heck yeah.
with the garlic.
Well, it needs it. You figure all that meat underneath too.
We're gonna have Taco Tuesday on Monday. I mean, that looks so delicious. We didn't lay anything out either, so we're like, ooh, maybe that's our tradition. Cabeza tacos. All right, friends are gone. It's been several hours. Let's check this. It's starting to smell delish. Hope it works, because this is our meal tonight, Becky.
I know.
Oh wow. Kind of thinking it would fall apart more. It's still really tough. Shoot. Text Meg and see if it's supposed to be bouncy, but like we seasoned it like crazy thinking this was gonna break down, I think. Only cooked it on 250. I wonder if I didn't cook it long enough. We were plenty warm. We're like 187. All right, let's give this a try. We cooked it a little bit more. It has a rubbery texture. It is good. It might be supposed to be that way, so it might just take some getting used to.
I don't think it's supposed to be that way. They said it's shredded.
Yeah, this is not shredded.
That's not
It's
shredded.
chewy. You can't shred it.
Yeah. No.
So we're gonna try putting it in the Instapot later and just cook the daylights out of it. See what happens.
I need you to